Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today we are going to have our session about the specimen papers and the syllabus contents which have been designed by the Cambridge International Examination Syndicate. The examination which will be held in 2023 May June and 2024 2025 in our region, like Pakistan and the rest of the world where Cambridge exams are operating, except India, they have their examination during the month of March every year. So we have our examination in the month of May, June, and October, November every year. So we have to see what are the syllabus contents which are going to be used, which we are going to study in our upcoming, in order to prepare for our upcoming examinations. So these are the syllabus contents which are going to be shown to you. So the first thing which we see, the Cambridge International Exam and the economics code, that is 9708. This is Cambridge International AS and A Level Economics 9708 syllabus. To use this syllabus for examinations in 2023, 2024, and 2025. So exams are available in June and November series, except India, where exams are held in March every year. So these are the camera. Why choose Cambridge International? They have laid down their own qualities and they are persuading the students that Cambridge is better than any other board available around the globe. So quality management, they are going to focus, and these are the contents. What are the aims, content overview, assessment overview, and assessment objectives? And what are the syllabus contents which we are going to see? And what types of papers they are going to take in your final exams? Okay. So the first thing, Cambridge key benefits, these are also available to you in the syllabus content. Students are quite confident while studying Cambridge syllabus because they don't have to cram everything. They are having the understanding and knowledge, and then they apply their knowledge. They can analyze the things. They can even evaluate the discussions as well. So they are confident in the sense they use the terminology, concepts, theories, and principles of economics, building a solid foundation in the subject. Responsible by making judgments that weigh up all factors, including the potential impacts of economic decisions on people and on the environment. Reflective through reading widely and critically, making links between the different aspects of the subject and considering the impact of changing conditions, assumptions, and uncertainty on economic outcomes. Innovative, engaged, all these things are available. Key concepts are essential ideas that help students develop a deep understanding of this subject and make links between different aspects. Key concepts may open up new ways of thinking about understanding or interpreting the important things to be learned. Good teaching and learning will incorporate and reinforce the subject's key concepts to help students gain a greater depth as well as breadth of subject knowledge. Confidence, especially in applying knowledge and skills in new situations. The vocabulary to discuss their subject conceptually and show how different aspects link together. A level of mystery of their subject to help them enter higher education. So these are the concepts for Cambridge International ASA level exams. You can find over here scarcity, okay, scarcity and choice, margins and decision making, equilibrium and disequilibrium. These are the key concepts. Time, like short run, long run, all these things where the knowledge can be applied related to the time period, efficiency and inefficiency, the role of government, and issues of equality and equity, progress and development. So international recognition and acceptance, this we all know. Cambridge exams are internationally accepted. Supporting teachers, that's not for you. So now come towards the syllabus aims, syllabus overview. The aims describe the purpose of a course based on this syllabus. The aims are to enable students to know and understand the terminology, concepts, and theories and principles of economics, express ideas in writing and using statistics and diagrams or other methods where appropriate, develop the habit of using works of reference as sources of information specific to economics, read critically to gain information about the changes in the wider economic and social environment, appreciate the methods of study that economists use, and the most effective ways economic information may be analyzed, correlated, discussed, evaluated, and presented. Develop an interest in the enthusiasm for economics that could lead to further studies. Now, the content overview. These are the contents, basic economic ideas and resource allocation. This is our first aspect which we need to study. And that's only present in our AS level topics. There are two parts of A levels where while students are doing. One is called AS level topics or advanced subsidiary level. You can say the first part of your first year of your A level preparation is called AS level. And if you are going to appear for AS level, you have to appear in two papers. One is MCQs of these AS topics, and another is the economics essay writing paper, that is paper 2. I will show you the specimen paper of paper 2. So A level topics, they start with the topic of utility instead of scarcity and other things. So basic economic ideas, scarcity, choice, and opportunity cost, you have to study them in deep and apply your knowledge. Economic methodology, factors of production like resources of an economy, resource allocation in different economic systems. PPC, the students are very much familiar with this topic, production possibility curve or opportunity cost curves, and then the classification of goods and services. So this is according to the Cambridge book. This is called Unit 1, which includes 6 chapters. So out of these 6 chapters, there can be one question in your paper 2. Okay, and MCQs as well in paper 1. So the price system and microeconomy. So the topic heading will remain same for both AS and A level, but in A level, in your part 2 of your A level exam, you will see it will start with the utility. Rather, in the case of AS level, it is starting with demand and supply, price elasticity, income elasticity. These are the elasticities of demand and supply, interaction of demand and supply, consumer and producer. These are the AS topics like chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In unit 2, we have the 5 chapters right now. And in A level, when you will pass through your AS exam, you will be in A2. You have to study the parallel concepts of demand and supply. They are related to utility, indifference curves and budget lines, efficiency and market failure, cost and benefits, externalities, and then types of cost, revenue, profit. These are the producer behaviors, different market structures, and growth and survival of firms, differing objectives and policies of the firms. So in case of the third unit, you will find the government microeconomic intervention, reasons for government intervention market, why markets are failed, methods and effects of government intervention in markets, addressing income and wealth inequalities. So here, this topic, income inequalities, that was previously in A2. Now it is added or shifted to AS levels, where we are going to study the Gini coefficient, Lorentz curves, which were previously the part of A2 exams. Now they have shifted it to AS levels. So in the parallel line, we see the government policies to achieve efficient resource allocation and correct market failure. Equity and redistribution of income and wealth, again, labor markets, market forces and government intervention. And in labor market, you will study the wage determination in perfect and imperfect competition. Very famous topic of A levels. So every year we find a question from the labor market as well. And the fourth unit of syllabus, that is about national income statistics. Okay, introduction to the circle flow, that was also in our previous syllabus, that was a part of A2 topics. Now it has been introduced in AS level. Previously we were having more topics in A2 rather in AS level. Now they have balanced the syllabus by shifting some of the topics from A2 to A1, and now students are going to study national income statistics, introduction to circle flow of income, aggregate demand and supply analysis, economic growth, unemployment, and price stability in their AS level, while in A2 they will be studying circular flow of income, economic growth and sustainability, employment, unemployment, money and banking. So topics for A2 they have been reduced, rather the topics for A1 they are increased. So we found this thing the fourth unit. Now in the fifth unit we find the government macroeconomic intervention. Previously we were studying the micro intervention. Now it is macro, like fiscal, monetary and supply side policies. So these are the policies which are used by the macroeconomic managers of the country to affect the macroeconomic variables. So this is what government macroeconomic policy objectives in A2, links between macroeconomic problems and their interrelatedness, effectiveness of policy options to meet all macroeconomic objectives. So international economic aspects, this is the sixth unit, and it also includes 5 chapters. The reasons for international trade, protectionism, very famous topic of AS. Current account of the balance of payments. Most of the time we have the data question from this topic. Current account of any country is given, and then the questions are made from that topic. Exchange rate policies to correct imbalances in the current account of the balance of payment. And on the parallel line in the 11th chapter, 11th unit, we find policies to correct equilibrium in the balance of payments, exchange rates, economic development, the characteristics of countries at different levels of development, like developing and developed countries, what are their problems, what are their characteristics, and how they could be solved. So these are our syllabus contents. We could found that there are 6 units, and there can be round about 35, 37 chapters, smaller chapters. So we have to follow them. And in case of A2, we found that from 7 onward, we find 6 units as well in case of A2. So paper 1, that includes the multiple choice questions, 1 hour, 30 MCQs are there, 30 marks are there, no negative marking. Questions are based on the AS level subject contents. Externally assessed 33% of the AS level, 17% of the A levels. A multiple choice question in paper 3, we find 1 hour and 15 minutes. So you can see over here. So it includes 15 extra minutes as compared to this one, paper 1 of AS level. So it is also having the same 30 MCQ, 30 marks, but time is extended by 15 minutes by Cambridge because it has more difficulty level to be assessed in this paper 3. So paper 2, we found AS level, data response and essays. So now they have increased the marks to 60 marks. Previously it was having 40 marks. So I will show you the paper as well. So here we find this thing that it has now 2 hours instead of 1 hour and 30 minutes. So it has now 3 sections. Previously there were 2 sections. Section A, data response question, it includes 20 marks. Whereas in section B, we have the 2 questions, 1 essay from a choice of 2, focusing mainly on microeconomic. There are 2 parts of each question, essay question, like there are 20 marks for each question, but each question is further divided into 2 parts, A and B. A part will be having 8 marks and B part will have the 12 marks, and total is 20. So these are the first 3 units of the syllabus of AS level, which is having the topics about microeconomics. So microeconomic questions in section B, they are having the 3 units of AS level, the first 3 units. There will be 2 questions a student has to answer, 1 out of these 2. And in section C, one essay from a choice of two, focusing mainly on macroeconomics. There are two parts of each question again. So questions are based on the AS level subject content, externally assessed 67% of the AS level, 33% of the A levels. So now come towards the paper 4, where we have previously it was having 70 marks. Now the marks for paper 2 and paper 4 are same, timings are also same, and the sections they have also been same, A, B, and C. The same structure of AS level, the data response question of 20 marks from the A2 topics, and section B, one essay from a choice of two, focusing mainly on microeconomics, like the first three units of the A2 syllabus. That will have the two questions, and out of two, you have to answer one, and each question will carry again two parts. And sometimes the essay questions are unstructured with no parts sometimes, which I saw focusing mainly on. And section C, one essay from a choice of two, focusing mainly on macroeconomics. The essay questions are unstructured with no parts maybe. So I will show you the specimen papers as well. So these are the three routes for Cambridge International AS and A level economics. AS level, you have to appear only in two papers, paper 1 and paper 2, like MCQ paper and paper 2 economics essay writing. So if you are doing your A level, so in the first part you have to appear first paper 1, paper 2, and then you have to appear in year 2. Like you have split your exams, AS level separately and complete A level by appearing in the last two papers, paper 3 and paper 4. So this is what we have, the split of A-level exams in 2 years. Or sometimes students or candidates take all components in the same series, like you are appearing in 2023 and you are appearing in all four papers. So paper 1 and paper 2, paper 3, 4, you have to appear in all of the four. Then your A level will have a complete qualification. So these are the assessment objectives. What papers you Cambridge will be assessing in your answer? The first thing, knowledge and understanding of the topics, facts, formula, and definition. If you know every topic, you have to write the knowledge and understanding what you have. If you have the graphical approach, draw them, numerical approach, diagrammatic approach, everything you know, you have to express them. And second is the analysis, economic issues and relationship using relevant economic concepts. Okay, theories and information, select, interpret, and recognize economic information, return numerical market, use economic information to recognize patterns, relationship, causes, and effects, explain the impacts and consequences of changes in economic variables. What consequences will be there? This is the main part of the analysis. And now the evaluation. In the discussion question, you have to evaluate your your discussion as well. Recognize assumptions and limitations of economic information models. What things should be more in the economic models to have the evaluation. Assess economic information and the strengths and weaknesses of arguments. Recognize that some economic decisions involve considerations of factors such as priorities and value judgments. Communicate reasoned judgments, conclusions, and decisions based on the arguments. So knowledge and understanding weightage is 35% in AS level, whereas it is also having 35% in A levels. And the second objective is having 40% weighting. Okay, that is 40% for analysis. You have to analyze the things, and 40% is also in the A2. And here we find the 25% is the weightage of evaluation. If you are evaluated right, you will be able to get full marks in your assessment by fulfilling all the assessment objectives as percentage of each component. Now these are the assessment objectives for paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4. They are assessing you in your knowledge and understanding. In paper 1, 47% of the questions will be about knowledge and understanding, and then 40% about analysis, and 13% they are about evaluation. And in paper 2 again 33, 37, and 30. Paper 3 is having the same weightage of the paper 1, and paper 4 is having same weightage for the assessment objectives as paper 2 was having. So this is about our syllabus. Now I come back towards the specimen papers, which I could show you. The paper 2. This is your specimen paper AS Economics, AS Level Economics 970822. In our region, it is a region where the variant 2 is going to be provided by the Cambridge International Examination. So for examination from 2023, it has 2 hours time, 2 hours. Okay. So this booklet is enclosed. Answer 3 questions in total. Section 1, question 1. Section A, there is question 1, which is compulsory. Answer 1 question from section B. Answer 1 question from section C. So this is section A, where a data is given to you like Vietnam's economic miracle. So there is a one tabular data as well to you. And now there are the questions. The 20 marks, they are divided into like 5 parts or 6 parts. You can say 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, and then 2, 6 and 6. So the upper 4 parts are having 8 marks and remaining 2 are having 12 marks. So in this, the data question, that's very important. You have to answer is accurately. Now the section B, answer 1 question, either or. An economy contains just 2 sectors, an agriculture sector and industrial sector. Okay, with the help of a diagram, explain how a PPC can be used to show the concept of opportunity cost, and consider whether opportunity cost is likely to remain constant in the resources if resources are reallocated from the agricultural sector to the industrial sector. This is having 8 marks. The first part, that you have to achieve the 2 assessment objectives over here, knowledge and understanding, and then you can analyze as well, okay, what is the actual situation and what it could be. Assess. Now the question word is assess whether the free market should be used to provide all types of goods in an economy. So this is a discussion type. You have to do your assessment, write about the free market system, what it does and what it does not. So then evaluate the whole economic system at the end, provide your own opinion whether it is able to provide all types of goods. You know, it is not providing all types of goods. Public goods are not provided, merit goods are underprovided, demerit goods are more provided. So all these things you have to write in your evaluation. Now the question 3 of section B, with the help of a formula, explain the meaning of the price law supply and consider which factors are most important in determining whether the price law supply for a good is likely to be relatively elastic or relatively inelastic. So you have to write the factors as well. Assess the likely success of any 2 government policies to make the price of supply of all agricultural products more elastic. That is having 12 marks. Now the section C is again having the two questions you have to answer. One, they are from macro. Compare the causes of structural unemployment, cyclical unemployment, and consider which of these types of unemployment is likely to be more harmful to an economy. So compare these 2 types of unemployment. Assess whether expansionary monetary policy is likely to be successful in reducing all types of unemployment. Explain what is meant by a deficit on the current account of an economy's balance of payment. So these are the 2 questions. You have to answer one of them. So in total, you have to answer 3 questions, and they will have the 60 marks. And out of 60, how much you get? To get your A grades. This is a very important thing. Now I come towards the paper 4 of the specimen paper 4. This is in front of you, the paper 4. This does not mean that whatever the paper I am showing to you, they will come to your final exam. So sometimes students, they comment on the video that how I could know this thing, that this paper is going to be provided to you people. I am showing you only the specimen. The exam paper will be different from this. So this is paper 4, specimen for examination from 2023. It is again having 2 hours time. And again, 3 sections. Section A is about data response, answer all parts of question 1. Loyalty and consumer behavior, this is 1 data. And out of this data, we have only the 4 questions. You see, in AS level, we are having 6 questions in 20 marks, but here we have 4 questions. So it is assessing in a better way than AS level. 4 marks, 4 marks, 5, and then 7, assess and evaluate. And section B, it is complete 20 marks question. There are no parts. With the help of a diagram, assess the view that government intervention can be used successfully to correct market failure caused by positive externalities. Full question of 20 marks essay question. No parts are over here. Okay, previously they were having the parts, now they have omitted the parts. And the third question, use with the help of a diagram, assess whether imperfect labor markets will always lead to lower wages and higher unemployment. So you have to write a full essay about this thing. And now the question is the section C of your paper 4. It's again having the 2 question, essay question. Devaluation of a country's currencies will reduce a persistent balance of payments deficit on its current account in goods and services in the short run, but this will inevitably lead to a high levels of inflation in the long run. Evaluate this statement. Very important question. You can see most of the countries, they are having devaluation or depreciation of the currencies. And how will it be helpful to the people? Okay. So assess the question number 5, you can see assess the contribution of foreign direct investment to the improvement of a standard of living in low income countries. So this is the paper 4. Every question in section B and C will have 20 marks. Okay, you have to choose 1 from section B, 1 from section C, and data response question is 20 marks. So you have to complete paper 4 as well within 2 hours time. The time management is also very, very important for the students. So now we have completed our today's topic about the specimen papers, syllabus contents, and the specimen papers. So this is about we see over here how the students will appear in their final exams of A level from 2023. And what are the syllabus contents regarding the new syllabus? They have divided many of the topics from A2 to A1, and now they are having a paper 2 and paper 4 with changed pattern. I have shown you the specimen papers as well. So you have to prepare according to your new syllabus contents and according to your new syllabus papers. The specimen papers I have shown you. MCQs papers patterns haven't changed. They are the same, the 30 marks question as before. And the timings are also same for the MCQs paper, whereas we find this thing that the paper 2 and paper 4 specimen papers, they have been changed. So you have to follow this new syllabus for your exam to be held in May, June 2023 or March 2023 in India, or in October 2023 onwards. You have to follow this thing. So this is about our we see this is all our today's video lesson. It includes the syllabus contents and the specimen papers. Thank you. Thanks for all. Okay. So this is the end of this Zoom meeting. I will upload it to you people on YouTube channel. Thank you.